By far, my least favorite wrestler I've ever seen. Dare I say I hate her. Hate her. If she had a fan club, I would be the biggest hater. I would be the biggest hater. She has no mic skills. She has no ring skills, and she's disgusting to look at. So what's good about her? Nothing. It's not like she brings The Rock to events or has The Rock with her. She's terrible. The next pay-per-view in what? MMA, wrestling. I was hoping for AJ Lee as well. Becky's probably home being a mom. So we got Benavidez versus David Morrell coming up. I think this fight's going to be good. I think a lot of people were sleeping on Morrell. People were saying that they thought he looked scared at the weigh-ins and stuff. I think sometimes weigh-ins are just awkward for people. But yeah, I think this fight's going to be good. Let me see. Let me see if I can get a little more audio. But they're doing the promotions right now, showcasing both guys, talking about their history and blah, 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 the fight. I'm happy AJ brought back the old, them new one was trash. Yeah, I was happy AJ Styles came back. He looked like he was in good shape. Like the break did good for him. Wrestling's rough on the body, I'd imagine, so I'm sure these guys get really run down. Man, Oos got it done same time. Come on now. Yeah. I guess they're trying to put Jey Uso over that much more. Here's Triple H now coming out. But again, he's gonna do the mark the stick as well. He's not just gonna be transparent with like this is why I booked it this way. This is what happened. Which is what I would rather see than the bullshit they try to spin and tell you. But yeah, we're definitely in the Triple H era where we're gonna see Ric Flair's records protected, guys that he wrestled with not get put over, and Charlotte Flair for some reason get a fucking push. Yes, absolutely. Punk and Cena should have been the final two. And then I think either one of them winning would have been better than Jey Uso. They're both on time clocks. Hello, Kim. You should give Mario a massage. He deserves it. With a happy ending. Let's go, Kim. Happy ending massage for Mario. Stop fucking around. Give him what he needs. Make your man happy. Happy ending massage. Yeah, I definitely think Cena or Punk should have got that. Me, Cena. I was rooting for Cena in that. And even he wasn't my guy. My guy was Steve Austin or The Rock when I was a little kid. Macho Man Randy Savage. But I was rooting for Cena solely off of what he's done for wrestling, what he's done for little kids, and what he's done for the Make a Wish. And then one of my favorites, like I said it earlier when I was on a stream, is you ever see Shane Gillis when he says he's like kids with Down syndrome. He's like, that's what they love. He's like tits and John Cena. But everyone, go to the TikTok shop because I said a bad word there. So everyone, make sure you go to the TikTok shop and buy some stuff. Gotta always support the TikTok shop. But he was like, you ever see a kid, with Down syndrome, you just give them one of these, and And I respect that for John Cena. I think that's amazing that he has the most visits or most make-a-wishes. I love that about John Cena. But yeah, make sure you go to TikTok shop because TikTok's real sensitive about what you say on here. So make sure you stop at the TikTok shop. Don't go food shopping tomorrow. Don't go to the store. Get whatever you need on the TikTok shop. They probably have it. But yeah, I got to support John Cena for the work he does, helping kids, giving them hope. So they're going pretty quick here, which I like. They got Morrell in the ring now. Usually they got that 25-minute between fights and this bullshit, but they already got Morrell in the ring. Hopefully Benavidez gets in the ring pretty quick and we get this fight on. And hopefully this fight's a nice dust up to get that bullshit brand risk off my mind, which was some of the worst fights I've ever seen. Aiden Ross on his first show. He probably had a great time at the show, but for a viewer, as a spectator, that was dog shit. I don't know if a 7-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old would have enjoyed it, but for me, dog shit. I do not want to be forced to watch Sexy Red. I do not want to be forced to watch Lil Pump. That's like the bowels of celebrity. Do you think I want to see a Sexy Red performance on anything I'm watching? Fuck no. Like I said, the only people who listen to Sexy Red are girls who have a plan B in their pocket, their pocketbook, and they're going out drinking tonight. Girls who have sex with strangers with no condom. That's who listens to Sexy Red. But make sure you go to the TikTok shop. Get some stuff from the TikTok shop. They had me banned earlier. I was banned for a week earlier because I was raging about Nia Jax. And she's so terrible. So terrible. But we got Benavidez walking to the ring, so I like this. They got both these guys in the ring quick. They'll probably do national anthems. You know, I know everyone's expecting, myself included, Benavidez to win this fight handily, but I think Morrell has the background, the amateur background, where he could pose problems for Benavidez. I think Benavidez had a very short amateur career, maybe under 20 fights, and then he turned pro at a young age. I think he's been pro since he was like 16. And then Morrell, on the other hand, has, I believe, like 100, 150 amateur fights and a very good amateur record. Jimmy Lennon Jr. doing the announcing. And it said Charlotte Flair will face Tiffany Stratton or Rhea Ripley. Oh, I thought they made it like she picked her person. Kelsey? Is that Travis Kelsey? Fuck Travis Kelsey. Not a Travis Kelsey fan. I hope the Eagles rout the Chiefs, even though it's going to be, again, just like it was for the Bills, it's going to be the referees and the Chiefs versus the Eagles. I'm rooting for the Eagles. I hope Saquon Barkley has a huge game. I know for a lot of New Yorkers where I'm from, it's tough to root for the Eagles. It's tough to root for Barkley, but I'm not a Giant fan, so I'm going for Eagles. Yes, F the Chiefs. But don't go nowhere. I'm going to be watching the Benavidez Morrell fight. I just got to grab myself a beverage. Yeah, that's a good Lawler poster. I was saying it earlier. UFC 189 is definitely one of the best UFCs in recent memory. Man, how do I guess I can't change it. Yeah, I was trying to change my live tag. But not letting me. I mean, I can't show the fight. They're gonna kick me off if I show the fight. But let me see. All right, I'll be right back, guys. So try to find me again. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, this fight's about to start. Done. And we're off. Little feeling out process. A high guard. High guard from Morrell so far. Pouring out a jab. Short little right hand. Morrell's in there, though. He's game. I know a lot of people were saying they thought Morrell looked scared. I think all the fighters are aware of their consequences. Probably scared in their own shit, but they're not afraid of a guy. They're afraid of losing. Looking like shit. But high guard so far from Morrell. He looks like the busier of the two. Minute in, nothing's really got through. Maybe a little couple right hands glancing for Benavidez. Morrell looks big. Backing Benavidez up with the jab so far. Ooh, short little right hand just landed for Benavidez. Ooh, nice little left hand just landed for Morrell. Morrell's game here. I got Morrell winning this round the first 2 minutes in. Short little left hook there for Benavidez. Little hook to the body. Little right hand on the guard. Nice little left hook to the body for Benavidez. Landed a good right hand there. That was the best punch of the round. All right, so first 2 minutes were Morrell, but now Benavidez just landed the only real shots of the round. Oh, just took the round back right there. He just wobbled Benavidez with a left hook or a right hook. I'm going to go 1-0. 1-0 Morrell. One nothing Morrell. Busier. They both landed short shots. Nothing crazy. But 1-0 Morrell. Definitely a little faster of a start than I thought there was going to be. I thought there'd be more of a feeling out process. Good right hand landed for two good right hands landed for Benavidez. They need to show that right hand that Morrell landed though at the end. Round 2. Short little right hand landed for Benavidez. We got Morrell backing Benavidez up a little bit. Another little short right hand for Benavidez. Thank you for the likes and the follow. Ooh, good straight left hand just landed for Morrell. Morrell's doing better than people thought he was going to do so far. It's still early. And we got to also remember Benavidez has been here a lot more. Morrell's inexperienced at the pro ranks. But like I was saying, a lot of amateur fights. Another little nice combo. Little hook to the body by Morrell. Little left hand to the body for Benavidez. Good jab for Benavidez. Good straight right hand for Benavidez. Oh, he's got Morrell backed into the corner. He's trying to tee off on him. Morrell circles out. Gets back on his jab. I mean, Benavidez looks like the fresher of the two. Even early on, you'd think that they wouldn't be tired yet, but Morrell looks a little zapped. Ooh, good right hand just landed for Benavidez. Morrell just circled off. A little short right hook just landed for Morrell. Straight right hand for Benavidez. Gets through. Ooh, another good straight right hand for Benavidez. Morrell ate it, though. Lands a combination of his own. Little 1-2. Close round. 26 seconds left. Good body shot landed for Benavidez. Morrell's in it, though. I'm going to give that round to Benavidez. I'll call it 1-1. Yeah, Benavidez and Morrell is up right now. Why would he turn the screen? Because if I turn the screen, they're going to take my video down, and I get flagged. What is the fight on? Yeah, the fight's on Amazon Prime. I thought Morrell won the first round. It was close. But I wouldn't be surprised. 2-0 Benavidez. He landed some shots in the first round, too. But I think volume... They both landed a little something in the first round, but volume went to Morrell. And even that round, Morrell landed some shots, too. So it depends on where you're sitting. I'm not rooting for anybody in this fight. Just want to see a good fight. I mean, if anything, I guess I would actually be rooting for Morrell just because I'd like to see an upset. Because you get your videos taken down if you show the fight. And then you get suspended for a week or a month. Both guys looking a little tired right now. Only 3 rounds in. Two and a half rounds in. 2.25 rounds in. Good right hand lands for Benavidez. Little right hand, little 1-2 lands for Benavidez, or for Morrell. He pushes Benavidez up against the ropes. A lot of body work from Benavidez so far. Short little left hook just landed for Benavidez. A little bit of a low blow there for Benavidez. Referee gives him a warning. Good jabs. Couple of good jabs from Morrell. Good body work for Benavidez. I mean, you can go on any of the old streaming sites, I'm sure, and find a link that works, if that's the route you're going. But Amazon Prime's got it up. And they're one of the better streaming services I've seen. Usually no lag, no freezes. Ooh, good left hand landed for Morrell. Followed by a little right hook. Another left hand, another left hand. Benavidez waving him on. Couple body shots lands for Benavidez. Looks like he snuck a little uppercut through. Morrell answers. Morrell again with that high guard, trying to look for counters. Benavidez plodding forward. Another competitive round. So this fight, I think scoring is going to be all over the place. Ooh, straight left hand landed for Morrell. Little right hook landed for Morrell. Little straight right lands on the guard for Benavidez. Nice little straight left hand just landed for Morrell. This round, too. Tough round to score. I'm going to lean towards Morrell. I feel like he's doing more work. I got a 2-1 Morrell. I wouldn't be surprised if people are seeing it a different way. We're about to go into round 4. If I show the fight, they're just going to take my video down, and you guys will be going on to another chat to try to find another person that you're going to say to show it. No, Amazon Prime is not free. Yes, Morrell's going in. Morrell's putting on a show right now. It's definitely a highly competitive fight, but I think the volume is going to Morrell. Good body work is going for Benavidez. Both guys have landed some good shots. Round 4 coming out. I could see these scorecards so far being all over the place through 3 rounds. Little right hook lands for Morrell. Another right hook lands for Morrell. He's doing a good job of catching Benavidez in between his footwork. Ooh. Good left hooks. Good left hook to the body, left hook to the head by Benavidez. Straight left hand backs him up from Morrell. They're swinging on each other. There's a brawl. Ooh, Morrell just ate a left hook to the chin. Benavidez got him backed up against the ropes, and Morrell backs him up with a straight left. Good right hand lands for Benavidez. Nice little uppercut from Morrell. And Morrell circles out. Benavidez got some swelling on his face from the jab of Morrell. Good jab by Morrell. Yeah, I think cardio is going to be the big issue in this fight. I don't think we've ever seen Morrell this pressured. He's definitely the least experienced or lesser experienced pro, but the more experienced amateur. Nice straight left hand just landed for Benavidez. Nice uppercut just landed for Benavidez. And Morrell's eating it, though. Anything Benavidez is landing, Morrell's eating. So this round, first minute was Morrell. Second minute's been Benavidez. Minute and 15 left in this fourth round. Both guys just took a deep breath and slowed down a little bit. Little 1-2 on the guard from Morrell. I think people thought, too, Morrell would be moving a lot more in this fight. He's standing his ground. Nice little right hook just landed from Morrell. He's not only standing his ground, but when Benavidez backs him against the ropes and starts teeing off on him, he's countering. He's landing straight left hands. Good jab from Morrell. Little left hook on the guard lands for Benavidez. Oh! Benavidez. Morrell just rocked Benavidez with a straight left hand. Ooh, good left hook just landed for Benavidez. Oh, big right hand just landed for Morrell. But yeah, I don't know who's watching this fight. How you scoring this fight? Because I got Morrell up 3-1 right now. He just rocked Benavidez. That fourth round was competitive. Could have went either way, and then Morrell landed a big punch. Big straight left hand. It looked like they landed on each other, but Morrell got the better of it. Can't show. They will take the video down. And then you will be scrolling to another person saying, show me the fight, show me the fight. If they're showing the fight, it's going to be a round or two till their video gets taken down. Nice straight right hand landed for Benavidez. Nice little uppercut for Benavidez. It was a right hook that rocked Benavidez. Round 5. Do you hear how ridiculous you people sound? Get a mirror. Get a mirror and rig it so we could see it. Take your broke ass to Amazon Prime and pay for it. Or shut the fuck up and listen to the commentary. Nice little 1-2 just landed from Morrell. Larry Hazard's scorecard, he's got the fight a draw. He's got a 2-2. I got a 3-1. Round 5. Both guys pouring out with jabs so far. Good jab just landed for Benavidez. Right hook lands for Morrell. Couple swings and misses for Benavidez. Little right hook glances for Morrell. Definitely both guys slowed down a little bit this round. Little left hook to the body for Benavidez. They tie up. Referee warns them of a head clash. Couple of jabs from Benavidez. Little straight left hand lands for Morrell. Couple more jabs from Benavidez. Benavidez sitting more on his jab this round. Definitely both guys slowing down right now, trying to get the win back, pace themselves. Very, very fast start. Oop. Benavidez backed up against the ropes. Morrell lands a straight left hand. Morrell's got Benavidez right now pressed up against the ropes. Just landed a 1-2. I'm seeing some heavy breaths, heavy breathing from both guys. Little right hook just landed for Morrell. Little straight left hits on the guard. Both guys trade jabs. Ooh, little left hook just landed for Benavidez. Now he's got Morrell backed up against the ropes. And Morrell just landed a straight left. Ooh, good right hand just landed for Benavidez. But yeah, Benavidez doing some good work to the body. Good body work from Benavidez so far. I got a 3-2 right now, Morrell. We're about to go into the 6th round. Morrell is 11-0, I believe. Morrell's got a lot of amateur fights, though. Very good fight. Very good fight so far. I got Morrell winning. I got it 3-2. That's funny. Someone else said I like Jim Miller. I've never gotten that before. I've never heard that. This fight is at 175, light heavyweight. I think the body work's going to start showing soon. Benavidez has done a lot of body work. Great fight so far. This fight's at light heavyweight. Yeah, the body shots are going to start adding up. Great fight so far. Round 6. Little straight right hand just landed for Benavidez. Good right hand to the body lands for Benavidez. Good jab for Morrell. Yeah, Morrell's doing no body work. Benavidez doing a lot of body work. Morrell's wearing it well, though. Every time Benavidez has backed him up, good jab from Morrell. Another right hand to the body for Benavidez. A lot of body work from Benavidez. That's his number one thing he's doing so far. Both guys look like they took the 5th round off a little bit. Now they're coming back a little harder right now. Another little right hand to the body for Benavidez. Morrell's looking a little bit worse for the wear. Again, with that high guard, though, he's blocking a lot of the shots. Good jab to the body from Benavidez. Little right hand on the guard for Benavidez. That right hand looks like it got through a little bit. Now I got Morrell. Just hasn't thrown anything for like a minute. Just covering up, moving around. Ooh, good uppercut just landed for Benavidez. Another good uppercut for Benavidez. If anything, right now the body shots are starting to show. Morrell's turned off a little bit. Oh, he just lands a right hand. Now he's got Benavidez backed up against the ropes. Just landed a good left hand. And now Morrell looks a little charged up. He's got Benavidez backing up. Benavidez swings and misses with a hook. Morrell's got Benavidez up against the ropes. Benavidez circles off. Ooh, another good uppercut. Good chin by Morrell. He's eating some clean shots. Nice little uppercut. Looks like it got through for Benavidez. Little right hook. Just glanced from Morrell. Couple good jabs from Benavidez. Digs to the body but misses. He's doing good work, Benavidez, with the uppercut and the body shots. Nice little right hook just landed for Morrell. 15 seconds left in this round. Nice little left hand just landed for Morrell. Every time you almost think Benavidez is starting to pull away or get control the round. Morrell lands a straight left hand, gets his respect back. I got this fight even right now. Y'all know who's passing the fight? I don't know. Canelo's getting up there. Canelo's had a lot of wars. Yeah, I got a 3-3 right now. It's round 7 coming out. Even fight right now. I will get banned. Benavidez, I think the uppercut has been his most effective punch so far. The body work and the uppercut. That lead left hand uppercut is what he's done good work with. Round 7 coming out. I will get banned. I've done this 1,000 times. Nice little right hook to the body, or left hook to the body for Benavidez. Straight right hand to the body for Benavidez. But yeah, total punches through round 7, 110 to 77. Both have thrown exactly the same. 110 for Benavidez, 77 for Morrell landed. Morrell came out hot. He was doing good early on, but now Benavidez is starting to take over. Nice little right hook to the body. Lands for Morrell. That was like, it seemed like his first body punch is thrown. Nice little straight left hand gets through for Morrell. Another good right hook to the body for Benavidez. Good jabs for Benavidez. Couple punches on the guard for Morrell. Nothing got through. Couple good jabs from Benavidez, backing Morrell up. Ooh, good straight left for Morrell. But yeah, the body shots, they got 42 to 17 landed for Benavidez. I haven't seen Morrell throw 17 body shots. He seemed like he's doing a lot of head hunting. Ooh, good left hook for Benavidez. Good right hand for Benavidez. Morrell counters with a straight left. Every time it looks like Benavidez is about to start getting teed off on, he lands a straight left hand that backs Benavidez off. Little welt on the forehead of Benavidez. Little left hook to the body for Benavidez. But yeah, the defense for both guys has been pretty on point. A lot of the shots been glancing off the forearms, just missing. Ooh, good left hook just landed for Benavidez. You know, I think people thought Morrell would be moving around more, but he's been standing his ground, taking what Benavidez has and answering back. Ooh, good right hand just landed for Benavidez. Both guys, for it to be the 7th round, both guys look exhausted. Very labored. Both guys landing a couple shots on the guard. Good jab for Benavidez. I'd say Benavidez has pulled ahead now. No knockdowns. About to start round 8. The only person I've seen wobbled a little bit was Benavidez got wobbled a little bit by a straight left hand, kind of, or a straight right hand, kind of a right hook. And then everything he's hit Morrell with, things that should have rocked him, he ate. I had Morrell looking better earlier, but now he's starting to slow down. And I got Benavidez slowly taking over. My personal favorite fighter, I'm not sure. I have a lot of fighters I like. Any fighter. I'm a big fan of fighters. Big fan of fighting in general, so I don't really have a favorite. There's guys I like watching. Used to love watching Roy Jones. Always enjoyed Floyd, Mike Tyson. If we're talking boxing. So round 8 coming out. Devin Haney is not the GOAT. Devin Haney sucks. Good fighter, but sucks as a combat sports personality. He whined like such a bitch after that Ryan Garcia fight. So round 8, now it's kind of gut check time for both guys. Both guys look exhausted. Benavidez has been bringing it these last few rounds. Morrell's kind of slowed down a little bit. Good jab from Morrell. And where earlier on Morrell was kind of standing his ground, he's moving a lot more now, trying to get out of the pocket versus what he was doing earlier, which was staying in the pocket and exchanging with Benavidez. Minute in, very slow start for round 8. Little left hand on the guard for Morrell. Good jab from Morrell. Total punches landed. Benavidez 133, Morrell 95, according to the punch stats. Ooh, good straight left lands from Morrell. Good straight left to the body lands for Morrell. Left hook to the body for Benavidez. Another straight left to the body for Morrell. But I think Morrell's digging to the body too late now. He needed to start doing that earlier if he wanted it to have real effect. Ooh, good left hook just landed for Benavidez. Little straight left hand just got through for Morrell. Morrell is definitely proven to be more durable than people thought he was going to be in this fight. Nice little left hook just landed for Benavidez. Another left hook lands for Benavidez, and Morrell answers right back with a straight left hand. Nice little uppercut just landed for Morrell. Yeah, Benavidez is definitely a huge step up for Morrell, but he doesn't have a lot of pro fights. Ooh, straight left hand, straight right hand just landed for Benavidez. Couple of jabs for Benavidez. He's backing Morrell up against the ropes. Couple uppercuts missed for Morrell. Couple right hands at the end of the round for Benavidez. Yeah, Benavidez is kind of taking this fight over now. I got a 5-3. Both guys dog tired, though. We might see this fight again, depending on how it ends. Yeah, he's too tired now to work the body. I believe Garcia and Haney are supposed to fight again. But yeah, Haney lost a lot of respect, I think, after how he reacted about that fight. Yes, Morrell's doing way better than a lot of people against Benavidez. Let me cheat you. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I got Benavidez up right now by 2 rounds. I'll announce the punches next time they show it, but round 9 coming out. I don't know if this one's going to go the distance. Both guys are definitely tough, but both guys look exhausted right now. It's been a high-paced... The early rounds were high-paced. So body shots landed. They got 54 for Benavidez, 24 for Morrell. And that's just body shots. I feel like Benavidez has definitely done the better work with the body shots. Larry Hazard's scorecard, he has it 78 to 40 to 74. Little straight left hand just landed from Morrell. Little right hook to the body from Morrell. Couple punches on the guard. Nothing getting through. Morrell just like shoulder bump Benavidez. Referee stopped him to give him a warning. Little left hook to the body for Benavidez. Straight left lands for Morrell. Oh, little sneaky left uppercut just got through for Benavidez. Morrell ate it, though. Good chin displayed by Morrell. Nice little left hook, right hand to the body for Benavidez. Another left uppercut getting through. Little right uppercut just got through. Another left uppercut. Some good work right there by Benavidez. But Morrell fires right back. Lands an uppercut of his own. Backs Benavidez up. Nice little straight right hand on the break lands for Benavidez. Minute left in the 9th round. Nice little straight left hand just landed for Benavidez. He reached too far, though. Got hit with a counter by Benavidez. Nice little right hook to the body for Benavidez. Misses with an uppercut. Benavidez switching southpaw. Just landed a straight left hand. Switches back to orthodox. Lands a little right hand to the body. Goes up top with a little right hand that lands. Morrell came out good, but he definitely slowed down from the body work. And just the relentless pressure from Benavidez. Ooh, good right hook just landed from Morrell. Best punch of the round right there was landed by Morrell, but he got outworked. Morrell, if he's gonna win, needs these next few rounds. What's up, Jay Slice? Watching this Benavidez fight. Great fight so far. Yeah, Canelo ducked both of these guys. I mean, he was rumored he was almost going to fight Morrell. We're about to go into round 10. I think who's hurt more? I definitely think Morrell right now is worse for the wear. The only stumble that I've seen in the fight was Benavidez a little bit in one of the earlier rounds. Morrell's got some chin, though, because Benavidez landed some big shots that didn't wobble Morrell. I don't think people knew Morrell had this chin. Good straight left hand, good jab just landed from Morrell. Little right hand to the body for Benavidez. Good jab lands for Benavidez. Another good jab lands for Benavidez. So total punches right now, 173 for Benavidez, 124 for Morrell. It was close the first few rounds, and then Benavidez started to pull away. Nice little left hook to the body just landed for Benavidez after a few swings and misses. Another right hook to the body lands for Benavidez. He's trying to sneak that uppercut in, just misses. Nice straight left hand just lands for Morrell. Good jab from Morrell. Couple good jabs from Morrell. Another good jab. Good straight left hand. He backs Benavidez up a little bit. If Morrell has any chance, he needs to win these last few rounds. It looks like he's trying to work behind the jab more this round, but he looks labored. His hands, he had a high guard the whole fight. His hands are definitely a lot lower now. Ooh, good uppercut just on the guard. Almost got through for Benavidez. Good left hand gets through for Benavidez. Another good jab for Morrell, though. Morrell's just working behind his jab primarily this round. Oh, good right hook just got through for Morrell. Good straight left just landed from Morrell. Definitely a better round here from Morrell. He's got a minute to try to put a stamp on it and take it. But it's tough to win a round with just jabs. Unless you're Floyd Mayweather and you're not getting hit. But Morrell's getting hit. There's a jab for Benavidez. Benavidez backs him up with another jab. Yeah, it's kind of been the story of this fight is where Morrell has a little bit of success early, but then he's fading at the end of the rounds. Couple jabs from Benavidez. But yeah, Morrell's looking slow now. He's definitely slowed down. His punches look real slow. Benavidez shuffling his feet, showboating a little bit, lands a couple jabs, little right hand to the body. Good straight left gets through from Morrell. And a little bit more showboating from Benavidez. Yeah, he might have sealed the fight up with that one. 2 rounds left. I got Benavidez winning. Curious to see how the judges are scoring the fight. Are Crawford and Canelo official? I know there was talk of that fight happening. And maybe, what is his name? Turk Alashi making the fight happen. But I don't know if I've seen it officially announced. I honestly, though, wouldn't be surprised if Crawford pulls that out. Yeah, it's not official. I think this would be a unanimous right now. Depends on how they score. I think Morrell slowed down enough that I don't think he's stealing these rounds. Might have stole a few early. Round 11, championship rounds. Ooh, good right hand lands for Benavidez. Swing and a miss by Morrell. Morrell's corner just told him that he needs a KO to win. Definitely the case here. Oh, good right hand just landed for Morrell. Backs Benavidez up against the ropes. He circles out. I mean, Benavidez's hands look a little slow right now. A little right hook just landed for Morrell. Couple of jabs from Benavidez. But yeah, he's definitely looking labored right now, Benavidez. And Morrell looks like he caught a second wind a little bit. Little right hook to the body for Benavidez. Benavidez trying to sneak that uppercut through again. Ooh, good right hand just landed for Benavidez. Couple of jabs from Morrell. Ooh, good right hook just landed from Morrell. Little 1-2 just landed from Morrell. Looks like that got through. He's got Benavidez backed up against the ropes right now, and he's unloading on him. Benavidez tries to counter with a left hook, but misses. Straight left hand gets through from Morrell. Benavidez pointing to his chest, saying, like, come on. Little 1-2 on the guard from Morrell. Definitely a better round right here from Morrell, but now this is where he usually hits the wall the last minute and is giving away rounds that he might have won. Good jab from Morrell. But yeah, again, he had this round and he started slowing down. Good straight left lands from Morrell. Little jab lands for Benavidez. Not a lot of volume this round from Benavidez. Oh! Slip. Oh, the referee's calling it a knockdown. So a right hook just landed for Morrell. Referee's calling it a knockdown. Looked like a slip. I'd have to see a replay. That could make the scorecards interesting. Oh, now Benavidez is coming on. Oh, big right hand at the end of the round. Just rocked Benavidez. They're saying it was well after the bell. I don't know about that. Oh, the referee's going to take a point now. Referee just took a point. That's terrible. That wasn't that far after the bell to take a point away. Morrell just knocked down Benavidez, but then the referee took a point for hitting after the bell, but it wasn't that far after the bell. That's a terrible call. That's a terrible call. So that would wind up being a 9-8 round. It was on the bell. The bell rang, and then a punch got thrown like as the bell rang, and that landed and rocked Benavidez. But if you go 10-9, then you or 10-8, then you make it 9-8. 4. I still got Benavidez up by 3 points. Could have been a way more interesting fight without the point deduction. We'll see how this 12th round goes. Morrell's coming out hard, though. So, yeah, they said they didn't show the replay, but they're saying looking at the replay, it was a knockdown. So he landed a right hook and knocked. He's unloading right now on Benavidez. He had Benavidez hurt twice that round. Little straight left hand lands from Morrell. Good jab from Morrell. Ooh, little left uppercut just got through for Benavidez. Left hook to the body for Benavidez. Morrell lands a couple of punches on the guard. Nothing got through. 2 minutes left in the 12th round. Little left hook. One to the head, one to the body for Benavidez lands. Good jab for Benavidez. So it's going to come down to how they scored these earlier rounds. Another left hook just got through. Thank you for the gifts. Straight left hand just got through for Morrell. Couple swings and misses for Morrell. Straight left hand gets through for Morrell. Nice mouse. Good uppercut by Benavidez. Big mouse under the eye of Morrell Foreman. Little glancing straight left hand for Morrell. Minute left, 12th round. Little left hook just landed for Benavidez. Morrell stuck his tongue out at him. One of those uppercuts caused a nice mouse and bruising under the eye of Morrell just this round. Morrell had a good start to this round, but then Benavidez started to take it over. Ooh, now a little headbutt. Accidental clash of heads. 30 seconds left. Great fight, though. Little uppercut lands for Benavidez after a little left hook. Straight left hand just landed for Morrell. Snapped the head back of Benavidez. Both guys showboating, doing little footwork drills. And that's the fight. Good fight. Great fight. That was a good one. I got Benavidez clearly winning, though. Let's see. Let's see what happens here with the decision. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he won. Let's see. Probably like 116, 111, 117, 110, something like that. Definitely should be unanimous for Benavidez. I mean, some of those earlier rounds were close. I disagree with the point deduction, though. The final CompuBox stats 224 out of 553 for Benavidez, 165 out of 601 for Morrell. Morrell came out hot. He was doing good early on, but he slowed down. A lot of body work. Power punches 181 to 136. Let's see what the judges got. Yeah, Morrell's a dog. Iron chin. He ate some big shots from Benavidez. Didn't get wobbled once. Let's see. 115, 111. And 118, 108. So 115, 113 twice, and then 118, 108. Solid win for Benavidez. But yeah, two judges had it close, 115, 113. And then one judge had it kind of lopsided, but great fight. Yeah, those were some wild scorecards. Again, scoring subjective. It's what you score in a fight and also where you're sitting. It's hard to score a fight live. When you watch it on TV, you have the best view. It's easier to score watching it on a monitor. I didn't bet on anybody mentally unstable. I would have bet on Benavidez. Or depending on what the odds were, I thought Morrell was a live dog in this fight. I wouldn't call it fight of the year. It was definitely a good fight. I mean, I don't know what else was better than it, but it was good. Definitely entertaining. Definitely saved the day as far as what else was going on today. The Royal Rumble was shitty results. Logan, what's his name? Aiden Ross had a show called Brand Risk, which was fucking terrible. The UFC was good, though. You yap too much, so go to another channel, goofball. Yeah, there was one knockdown in the fight. It was, what was that? The 11th round. Benavidez got dropped, but then immediately that same round, he got deducted a point. Benavidez won. You can't hear anything. Go to another channel if you're trying to hear what they say and not hear me yap. Yeah, 112, 116, 108, 118 was definitely terrible scoring. I think Morrell definitely showed up tonight and showed that he wasn't anybody to get walked through. Yeah, John Cena and Jey Uso, the last two was crazy. If not for the point deduction, yeah, 114, 115 would have been the two scorecards. Benavidez got ruled for a knockdown in the 11th round. Benavidez won unanimous decision. I think the body work showed in this fight. Benavidez did some good body work early on. And then you saw Morrell really slow down. You saw his output really slow down. Every round, Morrell won the first minute and then lost the last 2 minutes. I think people underestimated Morrell so much that they probably look at this fight like, oh, Canelo. I think Canelo would have problems with both of these guys. The scorecards were 108, 118 to 108, and 115, 113 twice. Yeah, I thought David clearly won it. I think definitely high-level experience played a factor in this fight, too, for Morrell. He doesn't have a lot of pro fights. He has more amateur experience, but he doesn't have high-level championship fight experience. So he'll improve off this. Yeah, 108 was rough. Yeah, Morrell ate some big shots and was definitely sitting behind his guard too much and letting Benavidez kind of tee off on him, and then he wasn't countering. But then every time that he would kind of start getting teed off on, he would answer back with a straight left hand. So every time it looked like Benavidez was about to really start pulling away, Morrell would answer. There was no football today. Man, shut up, Alexis. Goofy. Yeah, Benavidez almost won every round. Morrell didn't get robbed. Yeah, Morrell took some really good, clean uppercuts, clean straight rights from Benavidez. Never got phased. The announcers are always pretty biased in fights. They always pick a side, and they stick to that side. Benavidez definitely had the more effective shots. I don't think Morrell got robbed. Do you really think Morrell got robbed? I don't think he got robbed. He got outlanded. He had a couple good rounds early, but he really faded. And then, like I was saying, every round he would have a first minute in him, and then he would slow down. Morrell definitely came on in that 11th. Fight would have been closer, but that point deduction was a little suspect. I think everyone's saying how Canelo would beat Benavidez so easy. I think you're underselling how good Morrell is. Morrell was good. Yeah, there's definitely reasons why Canelo doesn't want to fight these guys. Both of those guys were dogs tonight. Tough outs for anybody. Canelo's not. I don't think Canelo's walking through either one of them. Benavidez won. Unanimous decision. Yeah, Morrell's tough. Both guys were showboating. Yeah, I could see that being an aspect you might think, as Canelo's going to get through that defense. Morrell's chin, though, is what was my biggest eye-opener tonight, because Benavidez landed some clean uppercuts. The uppercuts basically were it. He landed a couple good right hands, but the uppercuts like were snapping his head back. And then you were waiting for a wobble that never came. The only wobbles in the fight were Benavidez got wobbled in the 11th, got wobbled. I think that was the third or the fourth, got wobbled with a straight left, or the second, one of the earlier rounds. Bivol's good, though, for Bivol to beat Canelo. Bivol's solid. Yeah, Morrell definitely won. Despite losing, he definitely won in this fight. He looked good despite losing. Yeah, I saw someone ask me before if Isaac Cruz won. Isaac Cruz won. They called it fight of the night. I didn't watch that fight, though. But he's always in a war, Isaac Cruz. I wouldn't mind a rematch here. This was a good fight. Yeah, they're saying that Cruz was a good fight. No. Did Figueroa win? No, Figueroa lost. Or I forget. Let me see. That was the first fight what I turned on for, so I don't even know who won that fight. Pitbull versus Ryan. Ryan who? Garcia? No, if he wouldn't have did that late hit, I mean it definitely slowed the momentum. I feel like he lost the 12th round. So maybe he would have won if he would have won the 11th, not got the point deducted, and then won the 12th as well. So next up on March 1st is going to be Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. Benavidez won. They're both named David, but David Benavidez won. Not technically. Morrell was too far behind on points? No. Two judges had it 115, 113. So if he wouldn't have got the point deducted, it would have been 115, 114. And if he would have won the 12th round, it would have been 115, 114 the other way. What did you say there? I mean, it would definitely be an interesting fight. Canelo fighting either of these guys, but for lack of a better way to put it, Canelo kind of ducked both guys, or at least didn't make the fights happen. Because Canelo's the A side, so Canelo can fight whoever he wants. It's who does he choose to fight? You know, people were saying for the longest time he was ducking Demetrius Andrade. And then I think it was Benavidez that beat Andrade. He finally lost. You know, there's a thing that happens in boxing. We kind of saw it with Floyd and Pacquiao, where you duck your toughest fight for long enough, and then you finally kind of see him fall off a little bit. Then you take the fight. David Benavidez won. No, Triple G's like 46. He's up there in age, but good fight. Definitely saved the night a little bit of a lackluster evening. I thought Morrell did good, considering the experience went to Benavidez, the championship experience went to Benavidez, Pitbull won. The chin was the greatest thing he displayed tonight. Walked through anything Benavidez hit him with. A bunch of uppercuts, snapped his head back. He ate them all, never got wobbled. The only wobbles in the fights were Morrell. That's what they're saying, that the Pitbull fight was the best, but I missed it. You know, boxing doesn't do that great of a job of marketing their fights. I didn't even know Isaac Cruz was fighting tonight. I saw Carmel Moulton was on the undercard too. They didn't show that fight. You know, they never really hype up the undercards. But yeah, Benavidez definitely lacked the punching power there, I think, to stop Morrell. And we know Canelo has a chin. So, I mean, I lean towards Canelo in that fight, but Canelo's getting up there in age too, and he's been in some wars. Yeah, I think he was the opening fight, but I'm saying on the replay they showed, they didn't show anything from that fight. I'd imagine he won. I'm sure they gave him a walkthrough. He's good, though, Camrell Moulton. Curious to see where that dude goes. I know he's young. He's still a kid. I think he's 18, 19, maybe older, but he's young. I know he's like Floyd's next guy. He's like Floyd's protege. 18, yeah. I met him at the. He's a good kid. I met him at the Mayweather Gotti fights. Yeah, he's good. And then the stories of him sparring, he's got a lot of people that he sparred with, supposedly, and stole rounds from, like a who's who of boxing. Yeah, Canelo fans are diehards. Yeah, that was the last fight for the night. Tomorrow, though, I am going to watch Clarissa Shields, heavyweight, going for the undisputed heavyweight title. Even I was having this conversation with about Clarissa Shields. You see her, you got to stop. Like, if you look at Clarissa Shields, the pictures they give you, you'll be like, this chick's ugly. But I met Clarissa Shields at a fight, and she was all dolled up, probably had professional people do her hair, professional people do her makeup, and she looked good. Like, I'll show you guys a picture or a video, and you'll be like, she's not too bad. But then you see her pictures, and you're like, this chick's disgusting. But I'm going to watch her fight tomorrow. The UFC was good today, I thought. Couple of upsets. Nah, Morrell didn't do bad at all. He did pretty good. Izzy got upset. Shara Bullet got upset. The heavyweight fight was terrible, boring. David Benavidez won. Yeah, Izzy got TKO'd. For me, I like seeing fights go. I feel like it was a little bit premature. He was building up as he was getting hit with some shots on the side of the head, but he wasn't done. Is the Luka trade? What Luka trade? They didn't trade Luka. No way they traded Luka. Yeah, Izzy's at that point now. It's only going to get worse from here. I think the power is there. It's just Morrell's tough. We've never seen Morrell knocked out. Yeah, Luka's not going to the Lakers. Absolutely not did they trade for Luka. The worst is the Knicks getting fucking wrecked by the Lakers today. That sold a couple of my parlays. But let me close that out. I think Morrell just showed that he's tough, durable. I think we didn't know how good of a chin Morrell had because nobody else has really tested him. He definitely got tested tonight and showed he's tough. He's durable. Benavidez fight is over. Benavidez won unanimous decision. I don't think Morrell got robbed. Yeah, that scorecard was a little out there. I don't think he called out anybody. I didn't hear what he said, though. He was speaking, some of it was in Spanish, some of it was in English. He just gave respect to Morrell. Yeah, probably called out Canelo again. Told him to stop ducking him. But we know that fight ain't happening. Oh, he called out Bivol? Bivol's a tough fight for anybody. I think, again, everyone's taken... If you say that Benavidez looked bad or his power wasn't there, you're taking away from Morrell. Luka's not going to the Lakers. Man, everyone's falling for this. There's no way that they traded Luka Doncic. Absolutely no way they traded Luka. And what, are they going to keep Kyrie? Oh, shit. So this is according to ESPN. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people report it. That's crazy if this is true. Lucas trade Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. No way that's true. Oh, someone wrote, yes, this is real. Sources tell ESPN. How the fuck do you trade Luka? There's no way that's real. That can't be real. Let's see. That's crazy. That is fucking crazy if this is true. I thought someone was trolling in the chat. I know Luka's hurt right now. He's been hurt for a minute. But I do know, I have heard that AD wanted out of Los Angeles. Man, the worst is that every page I open isn't opening. It says the sites can't be reached. Joe, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. I'm trying to see about Luka. AD is the worst. AD's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not reliable. He gets hurt all the time. And his injuries are like, oh, my stomach hurts. I'm out for a couple of games. I don't know. I'm seeing stunning late night trade, but then every page that I open is saying no. I feel like just this year, Luke has been injury prone. Has he always been injury prone? I don't think he's always been injury prone. I mean, it's the cover of ESPN. Mavs trading Luka for Lakers. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Sources told ESPN on Saturday night. Who the fuck do the Lakers put at center now? Repeat that. The Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. I mean, how does Luka fit into that team, though? I guess he runs point, him and LeBron, but without AD, who's their big man? They definitely need a center. What are they going to do when they go against a team with a center? What are they going to do when they play the Dallas Mavericks and they don't have a center? I mean, AD will probably be hurt for that game, but you know, if they don't have a center, they're going to have trouble stopping fucking Derek Lively. This trade is crazy if this is real. I was expecting some crazy shit at the trade deadline this year, but to trade Luka's nuts. He must be have had problems with management. I have heard that Anthony Davis was interested in getting out of Los Angeles, though, which again is crazy. I mean, fake news, but it's on the cover of ESPN. So I'd imagine before they plaster it on the cover of 12/21, so 10 minutes ago, I'd imagine before they're going to plaster this on the front page of their website, ESPN, the most reputable whatever in sports, is going to vet it a little bit. But yeah, I guess Luka must have had some problems with management. I feel like both of them, Luka and Anthony Davis, probably had a trade clause. Both are, I believe, are on max contracts. But man, that's crazy. That changes the league up a little bit. But I feel like you know why they could have done it? Because I feel like even since Anthony Davis went down recently. The Lakers actually been playing pretty good. They just beat the Knicks tonight. But for Dallas to think that they play great without Luka is crazy. Is there any stats that show that? I mean, that's crazy if this trade goes through. Because even that, this trade could still not go through. And yeah, that's true too. Luka's very terrible defensively. Good offensively, terrible defensively. Terrible defensively. He kind of just sits there and like lets people go through, complains too much. Man, that's nuts though if this trade goes through. Let me try to find more reports on it. I mean, everyone's reporting it, so I doubt everyone would jump on fake news. We got Sports Illustrated, Yahoo Sports, ESPN. Seeing it all over Twitter. The Bleacher Report. So damn, Luka. I wonder what their contracts are like. How many more years does Davis have? How many more years does Luka have? I feel like Luka still has a long contract. That's crazy. You watching the last fight of Kaipo Gallegos? What the fuck is that? And then that's the headline is, yes, this is real. Sources tell ESPN full trade. Luka to the Lakers. Yeah, that's crazy. I kind of felt like Luka. Do I have kick for the game? I don't know what that means. I kind of feel like Luka was a lifelong Maverick or the type of player that stays on a team his whole career. Hold on. Let me go see what this story is. Dog is out here going nuts. Who had a cowboy and everything? Luka? Thanks to Turkey Beast. Who is Turkey Beast? Oh, Sheik Turkey, whatever his name is. I mean, we'll see. What you'll call it, still not official. What was the score in Benavidez? Morrell, 115, 113 twice, and 118, 108. But we're past that now. We're on to this Luka. Who's winning the Super Bowl? I hope the Eagles. Absolutely would suck if the Chiefs win, but it seems like that's what the NFL wants. That's what the refs want. There's never been a three-peat in NFL history, so they're probably going to push for the first one to be the Chiefs. They want Taylor Swift on the field making out with Travis Kelce, where I'm like, get that shit off my fucking TV. I don't want that. I hope she trips and falls and sprains her ankle as she's running down onto the field. And Travis Kelce, I hope he gets 2 catches for 13 yards. Fuck that guy. I hope Saquon Barkley goes off. 3 touchdowns, 250 yards, has a big game. But I definitely don't want to see the Chiefs win. Not into that. Yeah, Luka to the Lakers is crazy if that's a done deal. But even there, it's like, you know, terribly an Anthony Davis who's not very durable. Is every game is a game time decision. And then Luka, who this year seems like he's always hurt, plays no defense. Yeah, that's definitely an out there trade. And it's not like I think Anthony Davis compliments the Mavericks more than Luka compliments the Lakers. Like, did the Lakers need a point guard? You could say that the Mavericks needed a center, but did the Lakers need another star player, another shooter? Eh. But maybe they're also building for the future. How many more years do you think LeBron's going to be out here running and gunning? But yeah, the Lakers, I feel like since what's his name has been hurt, AD, they've been playing better. My thoughts on the Pitbull fight, I missed the Pitbull fight. Everyone said it was the best fight of the night, so I missed it. Thank you for the follow, Lego Franklin. My Mount Rushmore of the UFC, I mean, not because of what he's done, but for what he not for what he's done in the fighting, but for what he did for blowing up the sport. You almost have to put Conor on there because he 10x the sport. Maybe GSP. Maybe no female fighters. Maybe John Jones goes up there. It depends. Are we going with, because you only get 4 for Mount Rushmore. Are we going for like who made the sport, got the sport to where it is? Because then you go like Royce Gracie, Mark Coleman, Chuck Liddell. Yeah, the Benavidez fight's over. My Mount Rushmore's tough. Yeah, so who made the sport? You'd say Chuck Liddell, Conor McGregor, Royce Gracie, and I'd be torn on that 4th one. Was Mike Perry dissing MMA? David Benavidez won. Unanimous decision. Great fight, though. I'd have to go back. Apparently, I have to go back and watch the Cruz fight. But the Cruz fight was good, from what everyone's saying. And then that was fight of the night. I missed it, though. But the Benavidez Morrell fight was pretty good, too. Definitely worth watching. Saved the night of fights, though. I wish I would have watched that more than the other shit I was watching. I watched the Royal Rumble, which I always like to watch, even though I'm not, that big of a wrestling fan anymore. I always like to watch the Royal Rumble. It disappointed. Shitty people they picked to win. And then I tuned into Aiden Ross's boxing event, which I thought would be better than it was. It was absolute garbage. He had some good-looking ring card girls, though. The 2 of them. Then he had like some overweight gargoyle-looking chick as like a joke as one of the ring card girls. The fights were absolutely terrible. It was a total L event. At one point, he's like, I'm going to do an intermission, and he brought out a bunch of dancers, girls, and then he has all these goober influencers jump in the cage and like block the camera angles. I don't want to watch FaZe Banks dance with girls. Like, what do we watch? What are we doing here? He totally ruined it. And then he even goes, you know what? I'm going to make this event even worse. I'm going to bring out Sexy Red. And I'm not even going to have just Sexy Red perform music you don't want to hear. I'm going to have her do commentary and talk during the whole boxing event. And she was like eating the mic and providing no useful commentary whatsoever. Then they have Little Pump. It was just terrible. Then, luckily, the Benavidez Morrell fight ended me on a high. I thought the UFC was pretty good today, too. So, all in all, a little roller coaster of a day, but it ended good. Wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed that Benavidez fight. Got to go back and watch that Cruz fight. I heard it was really good. But yeah, good night of fights, good night of entertainment, but little lull in the middle. The Royal Rumble, I would have liked to have seen John Cena come out with the win for the little sick kids, and then they brought back Charlotte Flair. Kind of showed you where Triple H is taking the company. He's definitely protecting Ric Flair's legacy by having his bitch daughter come in after 2 years and win the Royal Rumble, as well as keeping John Cena from breaking his record, which would be a travesty if they don't have John Cena break his record. Again, back to the Make-A-Wish kids merit alone, he should get that. And then the Aiden Ross event was absolute dog shit, terrible. I hoped with his following, his money, his whatever he's got going on, he would have been able to put on something better. But the show was absolute dog shit. He looked like he was having a good time, but for the spectator aspect, it was fucking terrible. I remember hearing that he was going to put on legitimate boxing fights. Like maybe he would get on like decent pros, old UFC guys, pay them money to have boxing fights, but it was fucking terrible. It was literally watching boxing with Sexy Red as the commentator. Get the fuck out of my fucking head. Get out of my video. Get out of my fucking thing. And then I missed the Cruz fight. Heard it was good. And then that Benavidez Morrell fight was good. How much what, Skyler? Benavidez could... Oh, the poster? Not for sale. But yeah, it's a dope poster. I have a couple of them. Not that exact one, but I have other ones. Luka to the Lakers is fucking crazy. What's up, ketamine? Feeling good. No, that's the only Connor signed one. I got other ones. I got Tim Kennedy. I got Robbie Lawler, Johnny Hendricks, Woodley, Carlos Condon. I got a bunch of them. But yeah, they're priceless. Thank you. They were from my old podcast studio. That never got built. Luka to the Lakers is fucking crazy. Why? Like, why? He must have wanted out. That's all it can come down to. Luka wanted out. Luka was done with the Lakers. Or was done with, whatchamacallit? Was done being a Maverick. Which is crazy. And AD, I had heard AD did not want. Oh, that's dope. Dustin Connor won. Man, I would love to see them. That should be their last fight. I know Dustin Poirier said he maybe has one left in him. They got to have at least one more of those two. The build-up, the whole event of it. Come on. What was, why are they giving me, what did I say? They always get me, TikTok. They got me for something I said. Yeah, you gotta, even, who cares what he says outside of fighting, all that type of shit, but for what Conor did to the sport is insane. He 10x'd it. He took the sport from here, and the sport was here, and Conor made it go here, and just go straight up. I think now, too, that's part of the problem that the UFC's having, is not only getting him back into the octagon, but they're also trying to use the leverage from Conor to sign their next TV deal. But yeah, Luka to the Lakers is crazy. That shit is nuts. Yeah, they're trying to leverage Conor into their next TV deal. Man, they always get me, though. TikTok got me on some restriction shit. For something I said. They tried to ban me earlier for like 2 weeks because I was talking shit about Nia Jax, some overweight female wrestler who's only in wrestling because she's The Rock's cousin. She has no talent whatsoever. She's actually one of if not the worst wrestlers I've ever seen. It's actually disgusting. But good night of fights, good night of entertainment. Again, a little bit of that. Aiden Ross's event, dog shit. The finishes to the Royal Rumble matches, dog shit. The UFC was pretty good. I enjoyed the UFC. Some surprising results. Shit was good. The Benavidez Morrell fight, it was good. It was actually really good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. It was what I was hoping for. The Cruz fight, everyone's saying was good. I have to go back and watch that one. So that fight could have saved a lot of my fighting today, a lot of my entertainment. But I wasted a good amount of time on that Royal Rumble and on that bullshit Aiden Ross boxing card. Absolute dog shit. But in between the dog shit, there was some good stuff. So, not mad at it. Didn't get the results I wanted on a couple of my parlays. Leon Draisaitl sold me today. But a couple of wins. Nothing major. So not the worst day, not the best day. Got some new followers, some of my channels, which I'm never mad at. All in all, today's a W. I'll call today a W. How was everyone else's day today? What was your highlight of your combat entertainment today? What was the must-see moment for today? It was for me. It was definitely Benavidez versus Morrell. That was good. The shocker of the day was Imavov knocking out Izzy. The disappointment of the day was John Cena not winning the Royal Rumble. The absolute worst thing of the day was Aiden Ross's entire event. Very disappointed. Very disappointed in that one. But yeah, shit was good. What time we got? 12:50? I'll make it till 1 at least. But if you did not see the Benavidez-Morrell fight, I would recommend going back and watching it. I'm definitely going to go back and try to watch the Cruz fight that everyone said was good. I saw some people saying it was a robbery. I saw some people saying Morrell got robbed. I didn't think that. I thought Benavidez clearly won. But, again, very entertaining fight. I expected that fight to deliver. I was hoping it would deliver, and it did. I felt like a lot of people were sleeping on Morrell. They didn't think Morrell would show up like that. Morrell had an iron jaw. Definitely showed that he's durable. I'm curious to see who he fights next. Thank you for the likes, Kroner. What'd you think of the Royal Rumble? I know you're a wrestling fan. But yeah, they got me banned a little bit at the moment. Who's your top people that didn't come back? I was really pulling for John Cena to win that. I felt like they did I felt like both the winners were lackluster. Who the fuck wants to see Charlotte Flair? I feel like I was saying earlier, I feel like, what's his name? Triple H showed his cards a little bit. Oh yeah, Randy Orton's the man. I love Randy Orton. I was wondering where Randy Orton was. I feel like he's always been a staple of the Royal Rumble, putting good minutes in the Royal Rumble, and they didn't have him in. And then someone else said Becky Lynch earlier. I feel like Becky Lynch is home with her kid, just chilling, enjoying mom life. Yeah, but they needed to have Cena win that. For them to put over Jey Uso. Jey Uso still got time. I feel like CM Punk and John Cena are both on borrowed time. They don't have a lot of time left. I don't know why they even had Charlotte win. But again, I feel like Triple H showed his cards, showed his allegiance to Ric Flair. He brought Charlotte back. Charlotte hasn't been there for 2 years, but they bring her back to steal all these other girls' spots where they've all been there grinding. And then, hopefully I'm wrong, but I feel like he just doesn't want John Cena to win more titles than Ric Flair and have that moment. Yeah, but can he really? Like, are they going to let him do it? I feel like the main event at WrestleMania has to be John Cena winning the championship for the record time. And then again, I think Uso has more years. He's got time. They don't have time with John Cena. So them doing that stupid little swerve, if they are going to put Cena in the main event. Oh, so that's what they might do, Cena versus Orton as the main event. But even there, I feel like they need to have CM Punk get his main event. John Cena's on his way out. He should have been in the main event. They're slacking. They should have had like a triple threat match or something. Hopefully they still do some type of swerve like that, but I didn't agree with some of those bookings that they had there. Definitely didn't agree with the Charlotte Flair one. I thought that was terrible. I wanted to see some AJ Lee as well, but I guess she's never coming back. She's done. I liked seeing Alexa Bliss. I'm a big Alexa Bliss fan. Ah, I mean, I like Jey Uso, but I've said it a few times tonight. I love John Cena simply off the fact that he's made so many Make-A-Wishes. And then I always laugh to myself, or when I say it about, you ever see Shane Gillis? When he said it about, AJ said, I'm waiting on a fat check. But yeah, with John Cena, like Shane Gillis always said, he's like, for people with Down syndrome, he's like, there's two things that people with Down syndrome love, and that's titties and John Cena. And then he was like, if you ever see a person with Down syndrome, give them one of these, and they'll look right at you and go. But yeah, make sure you go to the TikTok shop, because I said a forbidden word there, but go to the TikTok shop, buy some stuff. This live has already had like 10 flags on it, so I thought she got the biggest pop. She definitely got a bigger pop than Charlotte. They cheered for Charlotte, but in my head, I feel like Alexa Bliss got a way bigger pop. Yeah, TikTok shop. Don't even go food shopping tomorrow. Don't go to the store for nothing. Go to the TikTok shop. Get everything from TikTok shop. You gotta take a shower, go to TikTok shop. You need food, go to TikTok shop. But yeah, you always gotta hype up the TikTok shop. Alexa ode to Fiend is telling. Yeah. I mean, I always enjoy the Royal Rumble. That's my favorite pay-per-view. Like, or my favorite event. Like, even I've missed WrestleManias. I've never missed a Royal Rumble. I always go out of my way. Like, I'll watch old Royal Rumbles sometimes because they entertain me. But that end for both of them was fucking trash, in my opinion. And it was kind of probably on them to be like, oh, we're going to swerve the audience a little bit, give them what they wouldn't expect. But just fucking give us what we want. Give us what we expected. They definitely could have did better with that. Drop the ball. But again, I think that's also Charlotte winning was terrible. No, served no purpose, I don't think. Like, you're not here for 2 years. I don't even think she's that big of a name. She's Ric Flair's daughter. That's who she is to me. It's not like, oh, Charlotte. It's Ric Flair's daughter. But, yeah, waste of moments there. They could have did a lot more with that. Majimbo. I mean, if they could have had Alexa Bliss win that, they could have had a lot of people. I like Maxine Dupree too, for obvious reasons. That I feel like they could have gave her more time, or they could have did the same thing that they did in the men's Royal Rumble. So you're gonna have Jey Uso win, so now elevate Jey Uso. They could have had Chelsea Green's just the name that pops out in my head. Her win and have like this crazy swerve like that. You don't have Charlotte win. In no realm should Charlotte have won. Yeah, I like Maxine. Big fan. Put girls like that over. Give them the spotlight. Fuck Charlotte. But again, even like I feel like that was Triple H's way of Jey Uso's his guy now, where John Cena is Vince's guy. And he probably also looks at John Cena as like one of his contemporaries versus someone he groomed and brought up. Yeah, I like Chelsea Green. She's entertaining. Yeah, Charlotte was out there with the Stone Cold Steve Austin knee brace. Coming in with a bad knee. They're probably not going to have her do any matches until WrestleMania. That shit was terrible booking. And I feel like, you know, back in the day, you kind of always knew it was Vince, but you also had this thought that it was other people doing some of the booking too. Now you know it's all Triple H. And you kind of see the moves he makes, and you're like, I don't know if I would have did that. I don't know if the fans really like that. But, you know, hopefully it turns into something good, but definitely should have had John Cena win that. Simply for the kids. But I guess even that, the kids are into Jey Uso now, but I guess that was like a passing the torch moment. And then they definitely did like that stupid swerve shit that they like to do, where everyone probably thought, oh, it's not going to be Jey Uso, it's going to be John Cena. But it should have been John Cena. I think she'll be out in about 2 years. All right, maybe. But still, hasn't... I don't know if she ever won the Rumble before, but she's definitely been in the women's main event matches at WrestleMania. She doesn't deserve it again. She hasn't been there for 2 years. Literally cut the line of so many girls. And it's not because she's such a great wrestler and she's so good. It's because she's Ric Flair's daughter. Our section, while you were at the Royal Rumble? Oh, that's pretty dope. Yeah, the Royal Rumble's probably a fun event to go to. What, did you travel to Indianapolis? Or are you from Indianapolis? But yeah, the Royal Rumble's probably a dope event. 11-hour drive, that's crazy. That's some fan shit. That's some big time fan shit, 11-hour drive. It's for the kids though, right? So it's worth it then, I guess. But yeah, man, for the kids, John Cena needed to win that shit. Don't get me wrong, I like Jey Uso, but that was a robbery and a half. John Cena deserved that shit. Like for me, oh yeah, tickets would have added up. But yeah, just off the Make a Wishes alone, whatever you need, John Cena. You want the main event? Like, ask him. You want the main event of WrestleMania? Okay, we're gonna rig it for you. We're gonna figure it out. Not let's steal it from you. Like, he should completely call his shots based off of that alone. This is your farewell tour? All right, John, whatever you need. Yeah, I saw mixed results on that. I saw a lot of people actually hating, saying that there were a bunch of botches in that. The only real botches I remember seeing were in the Women's Royal Rumble, which it seemed like a shit show. But that's to be expected. But yeah, I was entertained, but I didn't like the finishes. And then that tag team match I could have did without. I thought Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes was pretty good, though. I enjoyed that. They had some good spots in that. And then at one point, I was worried, thinking they were going to actually pull some real dumb shit and have Logan Paul win. I think because they only have so many women, where they have a lot more men. I saw they did a lot of they were like pulling TNA wrestlers too. I saw where huge miss. They should have had Dolph Ziggler in there. Dolph Ziggler would have got one of the loudest pops of the night. Yeah, I'm glad Logan Paul gets a lot of hate in pro wrestling. He's such a goof. I seen that they have Logan Paul and Jake Paul. They're talking about like they might fight. I hope they really do fight, and I hope they actually fight. Like, don't just take a paycheck and they actually fight. And I hope Jake Paul beats the shit out of him. Yeah, he's such an intolerable celebrity, uh, Logan Paul. But yeah, I got banned earlier, and they luckily I disputed it and they let me back on. But I was going on a rant about Nia Jax, how much I hate Nia Jax, can't stand her, such a pig, and she's just such a terrible wrestler. She seems, and then I hear stories about her that she's just like a terrible, terrible person in the locker room. I've always heard about her having a falling out with so many of her friends in wrestling, and she wouldn't be there. She's like a nepo baby. She wouldn't be there if it wasn't for The Rock. And it's not even like The Rock's coming out with her ever, or ever even acknowledging that she exists. But for some reason, they push her so hard when there's so many other girls that they could be pushing up to the top. You know, like they give Nia these moments where she's going to come in and limit everybody. Who's the girl from the WNBA? What's that girl's name? Like that girl, they could put in that same spot where she comes in and is like the powerhouse and throws everyone around. Or even they did it for that one girl you said before. What's the girl's name? Grace? Jordan Grace, is that her name? Have that girl come in and do those same spots. I don't need to see Nia Jax coming in and being the big bad girl that nobody can handle. She has zero wrestling moves. She has no charisma on the microphone. She sucks. She sucks. Yeah, Nia sucks. I disagree with you there. She has not improved. I think she's atrocious. I've seen countless videos of her injuring people in the ring. And yeah, they push the same ones. That's like I said with Charlotte. I mean, they did a different swing with Jey Uso, but I feel like that was Triple H's way of being like, this is my guy. This is my new guy. This is not the same old wrestling. It's Jay Slice on my iPad. Antoine Jenkins. Drinking the Michelob Ultra before the club. Nice. I was always a vodka soda man myself, but I would drink yes, always buy the TikTok merch. Oh, yeah. I'm talking to a wrestling fan now. This guy on my YouTube was here for me going off on Nia Jax before. I actually like looked like a screw came loose, and I was just going off on Nia Jax. Hater. Absolutely hater. I'm going to make my first wrestling YouTube video, and it's going to be about Nia Jax. It's not going to be long. It's going to be short. And it's going to be about how she sucks. She has no ring moves. She has no skills. She's atrocious on the mic. According to Alexa Bliss, she's a terrible friend. And I've heard other people say that she's terrible in the ring. She hurts people all the time. Minimal, non-existent ring work. She's trash. She's trash. Take out The Rock, and she is the worst. Absolute worst. Oh, she's so terrible. I don't even want to get started on her. Like even I was saying, I like Piper Niven's more. Give her those spots. I don't like LA Knight. LA Knight is such a ripoff of The Rock. It's not even funny. Carbon copy of The Rock. He's just white. And then he, instead of going, what? Like Steve Austin, he goes, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big LA Knight fan. I could see where he captivates people or the potential there, but to me, he's just such a ripoff of the Attitude Era. It's like he watched old episodes of the Attitude Era and was like, all right, this gets over, this gets over, this gets over. That's what I'm going to do. Same exact shit. He's like an unoriginal character. Maybe that's his height. That's his plateau. Is that level of feuds? What are they gonna do? Give him championship runs? But yeah, Antoine, go out there, pound some Michelobes, and go holler at some hoes in the club. Always a good move on a Saturday night. Again, I moved to the middle of nowhere. My youngest impersonates him and does it so well. Yeah, I could see how he captivates kids because, again, he's doing the same thing that The Rock and Austin did. The Rock and Austin had me hooked when I was younger. Like, I had a cousin where we used to talk in what? What? Go ahead, say something. What? Everyone had a good Rock impersonation. Yeah, I think they're two very good performers, Cody and Kevin Owens. Very good performers. Definitely better than Nia Jax. They got a bunch of moves. You know, like I think of usually like a guy like people would always talk about like Kevin Nash or Hulk Hogan. How they got like 5 moves, but they're at least good on the microphone. They can captivate the audience. What does Nia Jax do? Absolutely nothing. She's not good on the mic. She's not good in the ring. She's just some big biatch. Absolutely. I got to go live every week for these upcoming fights and every chance. Like I went live for the boxing tonight. I went live for the Royal Rumble. I went live for some UFC. I just got to keep staying consistent. Build up the following. Get back to where I was. Start having some money generated from streaming, and I'll definitely make a trip out to San Diego. Never been to San Diego. Been to California, Costa Mesa, Newport Beach area. Absolutely loved it. I had a little lady friend out there. No, my cousin is not a cat. My cousin is a woman that is now a man. She dates a cat. She dates a man that identifies or tries to be a woman and identifies as a cat. That's what I got going on. And this is my blood cousin, my little cousin. She transitioned into a man or is in the process. She dates a man who is transitioning into a woman and identifies as a cat. True story. Yeah, Nia Jax at one point in the Rumble was just laying on the ground like a dead fish, just catching her breath. Terrible. Terrible. Get that bitch off my screen. Yes, cat. Identifies as a cat. Like, licks his paws and shit. Doesn't even go, oh, I'm transitioning. I'm a man. I want to be identified as a woman. No, goes, I'm a cat. I'm skipping being called a woman. Call me a cat. Yeah, Kevin Nash was great. I was always a big Kevin Nash fan, too, when I was younger. But again, Kevin Nash had 5 moves. But on the microphone, he was great. Yeah, I'm good on that shit, too. But to each their own. Kids these days, just make sure you give your kids a dusting every now and then. Make sure they know that's not reality. Yeah. That's right. The Guru fans came right after that. After I went on that rant about the cat situation, started falling asleep, then they all jumped in. And then what perked me up is they were calling me boring. I was like, I'll fucking entertain these jerk-offs. TikTok shop. Get in there. Get in there, get your bath bombs, get your beer taco bombs, all that good shit. Yeah, Nikki Bella came out looking good. She held herself together well, Nikki Bella, considering she hasn't been around for a few years. That's always the tough thing when you see those comebacks at the Royal Rumble, is how good have they been holding themselves up. Trish Stratus, too, looks keeping herself together very well with that yoga. But a bunch of the Guru fans stayed. They weren't in my lives tonight, but they were in my last few lives. And just got to keep up with consistency, Antoine Jenkins. That's, you see the goal. As long as I stay consistent, I will slowly, brick by brick by brick by brick, I'll catch my audience. I'll start stacking people on. And I just got to stay consistent with it. That's always been my issue, is falling off sometimes. Oh, yeah, I can get some people with my rants and my storytellings. I've done it before. So I know I could do it again. Again, I just can't fall off. I can't pull that ghost routine. But luckily, I've gotten into this going live for the fights, and I'm going to stay consistent with it. So, yes, definitely Trish Stratus looked good. Nikki Bella looked good. Some of those older generation women. And yeah, they came in and they were solid. It was Charlotte Flair looked kind of flopping around and off. And then a couple of the young girls was like they were missing their opportunities and the moves looked botched. I saw a lot of it in the Women's Royal Rumble. Yeah, she's solid, but she's been wrestling since she was a baby. She's probably got the most experience of all of them. And I feel like Natalia's like the trainer for all the girls. Like when you come up to the pro ranks or like WWE from NXT, you probably do work with Natalya. And Natalia's who gets you ready for going on TV. Yeah, that's why, that's a big thing too that I used to even have problems with podcasts or any content creation, is I never have a time. You got to have those set and almost like let your fans know or your people know that you're going to be live at this time. Make sure you tune in. It's like when you have a TV show that you're going to watch, and when it debuts, you're going to be on there to watch it. So I got to get on that tip and start letting people know. Right now, my timing is all sporadic. Right now, the most consistent thing I do is the numbered UFC events I will be live for, or I have been live for, where I have people like yourself and a few others that come to all of my live events or my numbered UFC events. Yeah, the Women's Royal Rumble was definitely lackluster. And then where they lackluster, then they started going up, they blew it with the ending. The crowd went mid when Charlotte Flair won. And then the end, they had everyone probably the same way they had me. It was like, oh my God, are they really going to let Logan Paul win this? Then when Logan Paul got eliminated, they were like, oh shit, John Cena's going to win. And then they gave it to Jey Uso, which was like, womp, womp. But I'm older. I guess the kids are really into Jey Uso right now with the yeet thing and the crowd and all he does. But even there, I always look at where it came from. For me, he's doing it differently, but Jey Uso is a complete ripoff of Daniel Bryan. The way Daniel Bryan started doing the yes thing and getting the crowd to all join in on this yes thing, he's completely took that and went, let me twist it my own way. All right, this is what I'm going to do. And it's all, like when the WWE, WWF, whatever you call it, sees that, that's when they start jumping to you and they're going to be like, we're going to push you. Like they had no choice but to push Daniel Bryan. Now, they've learned from that what happens when you don't push that guy, and I think that's what they're kind of doing with Jey Uso. But I feel like it kind of backfired on them tonight. I saw a lot of people in the comments saying that it should have been John Cena. Should have been John Cena. So my little nephew wants to get into wrestling. He always says it. So I called him up today. He's like 6 or 7. I called him up and said, this is the event you should watch and start getting into it. And then they texted me right after the Royal Rumble ended and they said they were rooting for John Cena. So his first wrestling event, he found his guy Started rooting for him and then got disappointed because he didn't fucking win. Thanks a lot, Triple H. Dickhead. And I 100% think that it was because he looked at John Cena as Vince's guy. And now he could be like, Jey Uso's my guy, not Vince's guy. I was disappointed for no Randy Orton, no Brock Lesnar. Couple of guys that they could have brought back that they didn't. Even if it's for one night. Throw a bag at them, let them come in for 15 minutes, get a couple of spots, throw a couple of people out. Yeah, that's terrible. They should want a title on him. Let him win at Mania and then let him lose at SummerSlam. I mean, what are my thoughts? What would my thoughts be? It was Vince being a fucking weirdo. What was Brock doing? Reading text messages, responding to the text messages? It was Vince being a fucking creep with his Uncle Gomez. What is it? What is that guy's name again? From the Addams family with his Gomez Addams mustache that he had going on for that while. You know, Vince is the freak. Brock Lesnar was just responding to text messages. Yes, you got to put the little kids onto wrestling. Absolutely. Put them onto UFC, put them onto wrestling. It definitely helps young boys turn to men. Your dad did a good job getting you into wrestling. My dad got me into wrestling. I mean, I was into it, but then when I was a little kid, my dad used to always take me to events. He wasn't into it, but he would take me because I was into it when I was a little kid. But yes, back to my thoughts on Brock. He's got to come back. They got to let him come back. This is some of the few things we conservatives. But yes, Brock Lesnar. Why is he banned for Vince being a fucking creepy weirdo? If someone texts me like, hey, I'm, throwing some chick your way, I'm going to be like, cool. I shouldn't get canceled for that. You sent me the message. Yeah. Stone Cold, though, is a little iffy now. Like, I know Stone Cold was going hard for Kamala and speaking about how Trump shouldn't have won and shit like that. And it had me wondering, like, what's going on with Stone Cold now? He's definitely not the Stone Cold I remember. He definitely started, because he's Hollywood now, he started pandering a little bit to the liberal mindset, Stone Cold. When you look at his whole following, is probably leans right. Everyone that listens or watches anything he still does is probably a beer-drinking cowboy that he started saying, like, nah, you guys should go out and vote for Kamala. Like, what are you talking about? Do you go to the store and buy anything? You're shot, Steve. But hopefully it was just a little phase for Stone Cold. But we need that old Stone Cold masculinity back, yes. When men were men, not cats. But yeah, I wanted to see Brock come back tonight. At least, and that's the thing, are we really never going to see Brock back? Yeah, he put out a few things. What's his name too went fucking full left. But he's expected. He's a little bit weird. Batista. Like you saw that one thing where Batista started put out a whole video about how shouldn't vote for Trump. The country's great right now under Biden. Why would we vote for Trump? We need to vote for Kamala. Like some shit like that. And then The Undertaker and Kane did a video with Trump. And they were like, if you guys want to be feminine, you guys want to be like Dave Batista, go ahead, do your thing. But we're men. We care about our country. We're gonna vote for Trump. Yeah, Stone Cold had some weird shit he was going through for a minute. But to each their own. Whatever you support, I'm still gonna fuck with you. I still listen to Eminem music, even though he's shot politically. Like, that was one of the worst things ever, if you've ever seen that. Eminem made a rap about Trump. He went into a garage with a bunch of his friends. Oh, I was ranting. What, my whole take on Brock? They got to bring Brock back. And I said something along the lines of, like, if my boy hits me up with a text message like, yo, I got a girl for you, I'm not the bad guy. He sent me a text message. And then if he wants to be creepy with it, like, oh, I got some freaky girl I'm going to send you. Like, what? Why am I the bad guy now, Vince? Like, that was Vince being a creepy weirdo with his Gomez Adams mustache versus what did Brock do? Brock got sent messages. Brock got hooked into that, lured into that. Like, if you start sending me videos of an attractive chick and being like, this is yours. You resign, this is yours. I'm going to be like, cool. You're a good businessman. I like what you're doing here. I'm not going to go, oh, this is weird. He wants me to bang this chick. That was definitely all on creepy Vince. I think Vince is into some weird shit, is what happened. And Brock Lesnar wound up being a casualty of it. I don't care what Brock Lesnar does in his personal life. I don't care what Vince McMahon does in his personal life. I just want to see the little bit of entertainment that you can provide for me. And I think even Vince, didn't they bring Vince out at least one time since then? They had him do the commentary with Jesse Ventura, if I'm not mistaken, after that whole thing. Exactly. If someone's offering free bonuses for signing, how is that the person's problem? Exactly. Why am I getting canceled for you offering me a bonus? And I've seen the girl. The girl was cute. I wouldn't be opposed to someone offering me that. Neither should Brock. But then you get into the gray area. All right, Antoine, have a good night. Be safe out there. Holler at the girls, too. Don't be afraid. Spit your game. But yeah, San Diego's probably good. California was great the nights I went out when I was there. Definitely a vibe. A whole different vibe than what I was used to. And it was warm. I don't know what the weather's like right now, but it was nice weather. I was there in the summertime, though, too. And I don't think it was somewhat forced. I think that's just what the girl came out with. The whole thing came out because Vince stopped paying the girl off. When the girl was getting paid, she was fine with everything going on. The whole thing only came out because payments weren't processed. Payments got withheld. That's why the whole thing came out. Yeah, she just automatically became the victim when it's like, we don't know her involvement. Again, she was complicit up until the payments stopped. Like, everything I've read about that case and seen about it, they made Vince obviously the villain, anyone else involved the villain, and the girl was the victim. The girl seemed like a willing participant for a long time. And then there was obvious the salacious headlines like he shit on her and all this weird shit, but I think also the reason why Brock got dragged over the coals for it is because he's married to a former pro wrestler. And even her, Brock knows what's going on because she had all types of shit. Sable had all types of problems with Vince McMahon too. And even then, we never got the names of the other people. I'd imagine Sable's one of them. But there's other girls that did some shit with Vince McMahon. And they all signed contracts and got NDAs and got payouts. The only one that we got the name of that it was, I think one of them was Ashley Massaro, who had a drug problem, had some other issues, wound up, unfortunately, taking her life in a sad ending. And that really sucks, but you can't just blame Vince McMahon for that. And then that girl, the girl who worked for WWE. The other names I don't think officially came out, but obviously Vince was a problem and was up to some shit, some freaky shit. But that's the way it's been for a very long time. in a lot of fields. There's always a creepy guy. There's always a way to get ahead. But there's also girls who definitely said no and still got ahead, still got, or never even got, what's the word, propositioned, and still got ahead. But I did say earlier, and I don't know if, because I know she's with Andrade, is his name. But I was saying when Charlotte won, I was like, who did she blow to win this Royal Rumble? Because she hasn't been here for 2 years. But then I realized, oh yeah, Triple H is a huge mark, a huge fanboy of Ric Flair. And probably looks up to Ric Flair so much that he'll do anything for Ric Flair. Even if it's have his daughter come in after 2 years, steal a bunch of other girl spots, and also protect Ric Flair's championship record. You know, records are made to be broken. I don't know. Brock definitely has a lot of money, though, too, so I'd imagine Brock's probably done. Who knows what happened behind closed doors, too, with the missus and how much shit he had to eat or deal with. You know, it's just always bullshit with shit like that. And it does all fall on Vince. But everyone else, it's not. You know, Vince was probably such like a revering, powerful guy that you can't really say no to him. And then, what are you going to do in that situation? How do you become the fall guy? Because you were involved in something like that. What was Brock supposed to do? Turn Vince down and then go public and out him? No. And even then, I think for what came out, I think there was probably a lot more going on and a lot worse shit than what we got. But yeah, I don't think Brock should have been the fall guy. He was always, I was having this conversation earlier, I always loved Kurt Angle because Kurt Angle was legit. Like even when I was a bigger pro wrestling fan, I used to love Ken Shamrock because Ken Shamrock was legit. He was a real fighter, like could really fuck somebody up. Always loved Brock Lesnar for that exact reason. Absolutely not squeaky clean, Sable. Sable was a hoe for show. 100%. Sable cheated on Mark Merrow with Brock Lesnar. Was definitely doing favors for Vince McMahon. And then Sable, too. Sable tried to hold the WWE ransom. Vince McMahon ransomed for a payout. I'm pretty sure they said no. And then Sable came out with a lawsuit. And then they settled. She settled. So if you're so against this... And then she came back. If you're so against this company, you were done so dirty. When they paid you, you came back. So, high-priced hoeing. High-priced hoeing. Done by Sable. I always liked Sable, but she was another one. A better-looking Nia Jax. No ring skills, no mic skills, just eye candy. You know, like Tori Wilson worked to get better in the ring. Stacy Keibler worked to get better in the ring. They both had better mic skills than Sable. Sonny had better mic skills than all of them. Sable just did some favors for Vince McMahon, so she got good screen time, a good push, a Playboy contract, the whole nine. But yeah, I could rant about wrestling. Same as I could do with fighting. All night long. But I was going off on Nia Jax. That ogre. Totally hate her. Hate her so much. Like, when they banned me on TikTok, my blood pressure, I probably turned beet red. I was fuming. And it was all because of Nia Jax. And then luckily my appeal worked out in my favor. Because they probably watched it and saw and thought the same thing. Yeah, Nia Jax sucks. I agree with you. And they let me back on. But absolutely hate her. Absolutely hate her. Even thinking about it right now gets my blood boiling. I'm sure. Famous pro wrestler, her famous cousin, but she is a talentless hack. Like, I've seen plus size models that were attractive. She's disgusting. And she has an attitude problem. You could just tell. She always has a snarl on her face. I've seen other videos, other people's TikToks and stuff where they dance with her and she seems, alright. But no. I am anti Nia Jax. If she had a haters club, I'd be right at the top of it. If she had a haters club, fan club, I would be the president. I absolutely hate her. But again, she will be my first WWE video. Is an I hate Nia Jax video. Why? Because I hate Nia Jax. But great night of fights. I was thoroughly entertained and enjoyed them. Other than, again, I'll go back to it. Terrible show by Aiden Ross. Absolute trash. Don't want to see Sexy Red on my phone, on my TV, on my laptop, anything. Get that bitch the fuck off my screens. Make sure you go to the TikTok shop, though. Get yourself some beer bombs or some soap or whatever they got. They got everything. But I don't need Sexy Red on my shit. Aiden Ross was like, I got great fights and I got great guests. You had Jorge Masvidal and Sexy Red. And Sexy Red was like screaming, muffling the mic the whole time. And then again, Little Pump. Who the fuck wants to see Little Pump? Name me one Little Pump song. Anyone in the chats, YouTube or here on TikTok. Name me one good Little Pump song. You're not going to be able to because there isn't one. Arguably one of the most trash artists out there. Like I talked about it last time. So many people were giving Colby Covington flack for choking out Little Pump. Little Pump got put in a chokehold and started tapping on himself. How the fuck is the guy going to know to let go of the choke or that you're in any kind of trouble? You're tapping on yourself, you moron. Idiot. But TikTok shop, go get yourself some stuff before they ban me. What's up, Boxer King? What'd you think of the fight tonight? Benavidez, Morrell. That's what I'm going to do before I go to bed. I'm going to watch the Pitbull Cruz fight. Everyone was telling me I needed to watch that shit and that it was the best fight of the night. And if that was better than Morrell Benavidez, it was probably pretty good. But yeah, I've ranted long enough. I'm going to call it a night. Had a good time. Everybody who joined me, hope you enjoyed the chat, the conversation, my little bit of a rant on that bitch Nia Jax. But good night of fights. Make sure you go to the TikTok shop. Buy yourself some shit from the TikTok shop. Long live the TikTok shop. Make sure you go there. Get yourself some socks. Or a pizza oven. Or a hair buzzer. Or, like I said, some beer taco bombs. Or, what else have I seen on there? Everything. They got everything. Don't even go to the store tomorrow. Just buy stuff on the TikTok shop. Be smart about it. Everything's cheap. I think they got PlayStation 5s too. So, go buy your Christmas presents for next year. Your birthday presents coming up for anybody who's got a birthday. Everything. TikTok shop. So, great night of fights. Great day of fights. Great night of fights. Shitty Aiden Ross event. Shitty results in the Royal Rumble, but in between those shitty results, it was good. In between those shitty fights, I had a couple of good fights, so I enjoyed my day. Hopefully you guys did too. Hopefully you guys join me next time I'm live. If you see me live, jump in. If you're watching now, throw me a follow. Throw me some likes. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to keep trying to stay consistent, try to blow this shit up, get back to where I was. Keep just stacking. Bricks on top of bricks till we build a house. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. So